Welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. So if you watched my previous video, you will see that I've already stored my Porsche 911 Tiger 4 GTS in manual. So shout out to where I work, Audi Niagara. They actually lent me this 2025 Audi Q6 full electric for 2 days. As you all know, it actually shares the same platform, the PPE platform, as the Macan EV. Range is around 495 kilometers. So what's better than comparing this Audi Q6 on a Christmas Day morning? Let's go for a quick test drive and let's go get some coffee too. So first impressions for the Audi Q6, believe it or not, this interior is actually the new gen interior, the new gen MMI. So starting the Q6, the revamped A5, Q5, they will share a similar layout, and honestly, I actually really like it. It's really sleek. It's got a longer curved LED. If you've seen the previous gen Q5, it seems like an afterthought because there's still a screen up top. This is well blend in, right? It's longer, it's more sleek, there's more apps to actually use. And believe it or not, there's actually a screen for the passenger side too, which is really cool. You can watch YouTube, Netflix on both screens, but when you're driving, only the passenger screen works. The head-up display has been revamped. It's more HD. And then now, when you actually drive, which I'll show you in a bit, it will actually move too, and you can actually play games. So honestly, I think this is a really nice evolution to the previous gen. I think it's one step up for Audi's. The previous years, I think for technology-wise, it's a bit lacking, but I think this Q6 really brings up the standard. So I'm just gonna turn this car on super quick, and we're gonna go for a quick test drive, and we're gonna get coffee too. So if you're like a more techie, geeky person, I think the Q6 really is in your alley. When you're turning, of course, there's a turn signals for both sides on the outside of the mirror, but interior-wise, it's actually very cool. There's actually like a green light, so there's actually like a light mimicking where you're gonna turn interior as well. And then if you're charging, you actually see like a pulse being going through in the interior wise. I think it's actually very nice that Audi's not just putting a regular ICE layout into an electric car. This is like fully revamped, a lot more tech, a lot more acknowledgement that this is an EV car. It's so much more clean. I really do feel it's a good blend with the Audi driving DNA, but with a sprinkle of EV. So let me explain. You still feel very planted. The glass still feels very solid. There's not much noise. But you still feel that you're in control. You're not like, the driving response is really nice. It doesn't seem fake. It's not too light. It's not too hard. You really do feel like you're driving an ICE car. There is different drive modes, of course. Regular drive mode is just how you regularly drive. There is a B mode, which is very close to the Tesla one-step pedal. So if you have the current E-Tron, especially like a Q4, the B mode is not that aggressive. The Q6 is slightly more aggressive, not to the point where Tesla is. Well, if you release the accelerator, you actually feel like you're being sick. One other thing is like the head-up display. It's just so much more clear, so much more info. When you actually accelerate, the head-up display actually zooms in towards you. It's a really cool feeling. It will give you that kind of like going to the future kind of feeling. Honestly, if you're in between an electric car and ICE, I think this is a good evolution because you still feel the confidence of an ICE car. It doesn't feel fake, but you still get the benefits of an electric car. Let's say it's quiet, you can charge at home, it's got more tech, and the virtual cockpit has changed so much. When there's cars coming with any safety features on, it'll show you all that. And then with the adaptive cruise on, so if you're looking for a new Q5 or A5, good news, they were actually sharing this MMI system as well. There is a slight learning curve because it's a bit different from what the MMI is now. There's a lot more apps, a lot more widgets, and you can actually sync your apps in the car right now. Just like Apple CarPlay, whatever apps you actually download, you have to sync it with Audi Connect. So it's actually like a cool profile to use. On the driver's side, you can actually set the passenger side, the seating position. There's like a mini kind of tablet here for where you used to set your mirrors, your seats and whatnot. So it's on your left. It's very sleek. Everything is really well made. There's no like plastic noise. Everything's well placed. Everything makes sense. There's a good blend of in between. I'm kind of old school for cars. I don't really like everything in the touchscreen. I want something that's a physical button. It gives me some like haptic feedback. I just like that touch, and I'm thankful for this. There's actually a volume knob, so start stop button, the different drive modes, hazard lights, the parking. There is a button. I'm really thankful for that. There is a lot of storage space. So for the center console right over here, there is your regular storage space. But if you look closer, there's actually a storage space inside. On the front, there's actually a charging space for your phone, and there's actually good places to store your belongings. So quick specs about this car. This is the Technic version, which is the top trim. For all the options that it has right now, it's just right under the 100K mark. Honestly, the Audi Q6 versus the Audi Q8 E-Tron, I think this is much more car than the Q8 E-Tron. If you think differently, do let me know in the comments below. It feels bigger, it feels more spacious, it feels more advanced. Only thing is that this car, there is no massaging seats, which is not a big deal, but for a car this caliber, I would wish this car would have massaging seats. But from how this car is priced, it's right underneath the 100K mark. So if you're in Canada, anything that's over the 100K, there will be luxury tax, but this is priced just right beneath it. I believe this is like 99.6 or 99.7 plus tax. So it's, for price point wise, I think this is really nicely priced. If you just want the progressive, it's around 86, I believe, so it's not bad at all. Main difference is for the progressive, it pretty much drives the exact same, range is the exact same. It's around, this is I believe 485 kilometers. Main difference is just the tech. Progressive, you don't get the passenger screen, you don't get a head-up display. I don't think you get a B&O speakers, but you still get a top-view camera, adaptive cruise, heated front seats, all that, panoramic roof. So if you want a good value Q6, even the progressive mid-trim is really well priced. I'm on the highway right now. As you can see, the adaptive cruise is actually really well. With that on, you can actually see it's kind of like the Tesla. It will acknowledge where you are. It's very safe. If there's cars coming, if there's any signs, they will actually pick that up. So it's actually really, really safe. No, unfortunately, if you press the turn signals, it's not going to automatically turn for you, which is a bummer. It's a really pleasant drive. It feels solid. Leather feels great. There's no plasticky feeling. It's just a lot of tech that you have to get through. I think this is the electric car that we've been actually waiting for. This is like completely built, a new MMI, new platform. I think it's a really nice ride. So I'm just going to grab my coffee real quick, and after that we're just going to go through the interior specs of this car. So from this brand new MMI, you can see there's a lot of different functions. You can add different apps, so you can watch YouTube and add games. For the YouTube, you watch it on both sides. There is a digital key, which we're trying to sort out what that is. So basically it's like the Tesla. If you want, you can send a digital key to your friend and they can actually drive it as well, which is really cool. But I don't think the app is set yet in Canada, so we're still trying to work that out. But a really cool function that I want to show you folks is when you go to the vehicle and head-up display, just go to the very bottom and go to display contents. It'll show you all the different safety features, incline meter, this is a dynamic speedometer, which I've been talking to you folks about. So basically, if you accelerate, the head-up display will actually go towards you, which is very cool. And if you're bored, you're doing nothing right now, there is different games that you can play on, and it's gonna be right over there, right? So you can basically control it with the gas pedal, and with the pedals on each side, you can turn left or right, bring it up or down. It's actually pretty cool and pretty fun to have. And of course, there's different games as well. And then if you're really into tech like me, this is actually very cool. So for the exterior lights, there's actually 7 different ones that you can choose from, and it's basically all very, very cool. It's just so nice that for this car starting on, there's so much different personalization that you can do. It's just not just one single light, and it's very nice to have, right? So those are the 7 lights, right? And of course you can set your charge target, you can add apps, Apple CarPlay, right? And then so in Canada right now, because there is still no Wi-Fi in the car, so you actually watch the YouTube and Netflix, you actually have to go set up your own hotspot to actually play that, which is a bummer, but I think that might be sorted out. I think you'll be able to buy data from the car, but right now, if you're planning on getting one and everything's not sorted out yet, you have to go to connection, basically go to Wi-Fi and go to hotspot, and that's how you can actually play videos and stuff on both screens. But other than that, there is a slight learning curve, and I've been saying before, there is too much tech, like way too much tech. You have to kind of play through it. A cool thing is it actually syncs with your Audi app, so if you do want more themes or whatnot, you have to actually buy it from the store. I'm trying to see if we can put our own pictures here, but I haven't figured that out yet. But other than that, this is it. So if you're looking for an Audi Q6 and you want the newest tech, this would be it. Last but not least, I just found out a really quirky detail. So basically when you hop on the seat, everything turns on, which is really cool. So if you're on the go, hop on your seat, go to drive, there you go, you just drive out. For me, that's like a more of an ICE guy, because I think this is kind of persuading me towards the electric world. Of course, if this is my only car, I'm not going to even consider it, but if you have multiple cars, just want something to just drive around on the go, be a bit more green, Audi's going towards the right direction. If this car gets over 600 kilometers, that for me will be a more comfortable shift to an electric car. So let me know at the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Are you kind of in between? Do you have a Q4 or Q8 E-Tron? And does this Audi Q6 appeal to you? So let me know in the comments down below. So thanks for watching this quick video, folks. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I'll see you folks in the next video. Have a great day.